Hey y'all, it's Rob. Welcome to Cash Cards. How's it going? Just doing a video today of the cards that mean the most to you. I'm not talking about the most expensive cards in your collection. I'm talking about the cards that have the most meaning. I think those are the most valuable cards in a collection. Not the high dollar stuff, but the ones that have true meaning, true value. So I picked out 5 cards today that I want to show you, and I'll talk a little bit about them. The first card is the 68 Johnny Bench rookie. It's got some problems. Got a big crease going down the middle of it, actually 2. Got creases over here, soft corners. Still a beautiful card, in my opinion. I have a graded version of this that is, 10 times better looking. But this card was given to me when I was a kid by my older brother, Steve. And it blew me away. Like, I never thought I would ever own a Johnny Bench rookie. And he gave me this. I didn't care what it looked like. It became the #1 card in my collection at the time. And that feeling of excitement, I'll never forget. And I'll always hold on to this card. Next card is this Bo Bichette 2020 Gypsy Queen auto, a rookie auto. And this was a gift from my wife. And I believe this is the first single card that she gave me. And I've been a Bo Bichette fan since he came into the league. I collect him, and I'll show you guys that collection one day in a video. But man, it blew me away. Like, the effort she put in to work with my local card shop, the owner, and just secure this card, get this card for me. And I think it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite Bo Bichette autographs. And it was just a wonderful gift from someone I love more than anything in life. So I will always keep this one. Next card is another Bo Bichette, and it's the 2020 Topps Opening Day Bo Bichette. Not a valuable card. You can find it in a dollar bin, 50-cent bins, maybe quarter bins. I don't know. But this come out of a blaster that my mom gave to me back in 2020. And she had not bought me cards since I was real young, probably since in the maybe mid-90s, early 90s. And she knew I'd gotten back into the hobby, and she was struggling with Parkinson's at the time. She's gone now, but she had struggles, and I think she got this off Target's website, and she didn't know what to buy, but she bought this opening day, and I pulled this, and she was the one that fueled my love for the hobby. She was the one that bought me baseball cards when I was a kid. Back in '86 is when it all started for me. And she always supported me, and I will never own another opening day Bo Bichette rookie. I don't care if it was a penny or what. I would not buy another one. I only want this one in my collection because it just means so much to me. And the next one is, this is a card you've seen on my channel before, 1969 Topps Mickey Mantle, his last card, PSA 1.5. Didn't grade well. Don't care. Got a crease. Don't care. This was given to me by an older guy who I work with. He's part-time now at my job, but he gave this to me for Christmas last year. Knew I never owned a mantle, and gave this to me, and it just means the world to me. And the main reason it does is because he means a lot to me, because when I first started at my job, I was hired, and he didn't know it. I was hired to take his job, to take over for him, because he was nearing retirement, but he hadn't set a date. I didn't know I was replacing him. He didn't know they'd hired me, and they kind of kept me away from him. I was doing some data cleanup, doing some other things, during that time, and unfortunately, a month or two into my job, my both my parents passed away. My dad passed, and then my mom passed a couple weeks later. So it was a very difficult time, and I needed time off to take care of things. And I did, but I had no PTO built up, and I was ineligible for FMLA because I hadn't worked at the job a year yet. So my boss called me one day while I was off and said, "Don't worry about your paychecks. Somebody donated PTO to you, so you'll be receiving money." And to come to find out, it was him. It was this guy that I was replacing, and he heard my story. I hadn't even met him yet, and he gave his time to me so I could have a paycheck to support my family. And that generosity, that act of kindness, will never be forgotten by me, and it'll live on in this card. When I see this card, I will think of that, and I will pass that along. I will pass that forward to somebody whenever, if something like that, an unfortunate event happens to someone else, I will try to do the same thing. So I will never get rid of that card. And the last card, last but not least. My wife and I, we used to open boxes together when I was opening wax, and she enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We would both open a pack at the same time, and it was kind of a competition. Whoever pulled, the best card or the first autograph would pretty much win the box. And before all this, we had been trying for many years to have a second child, and for some reason, it just wasn't happening. And we were, there were some tragic events, some things went down, and it was not a very good time. But we always prayed for it. We always wanted a baby girl because we had our son, and it just wasn't happening. I mean, years and years of trying, and I was at a point in my life where I'm like, well, I don't think it's going to happen. That's not what God wants for us, and that's it. But to saying that, back to opening the box. So my wife, when she would open her pack, she would hand it to me, and I would go through it to make sure there was, if there was good rookies in there or something that needed top loaded, I would go through it because she might not know. So she hands me a pack while we're opening this box, and there's like a thicker card. I'm like, it's like a spacer or something, right? But going through it, I could see a little bit of color on there, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you got a redemption. It's a redemption card, some auto, who knows? And when I looked at it, it was this card here. And I didn't know what to say at first, and then it hit me, and the emotions ran wild. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you kidding? She's like, no. And we had a big embrace and cried and thanked God. And it was just an amazing moment, a moment in my life that I'll never forget. And right then, this became my favorite card. And she went full term. We got our baby girl that we wanted, and it's just been a blessing ever since. So there you go, guys. That's it, man. If you guys want to leave me a comment, let me know some of the cards that mean the most to you. Don't have to be expensive. They're usually not. So let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great Memorial Day weekend. Be safe, take care, and God bless. Bye.